Hey, family, listen. There is a person that thought you were just being mean to them by not talking to them, not calling them, or answering their text messages. They felt like you were mad and holding a grudge against them. But you're not mad. You simply just don't care anymore. Take this how it resonates for you. This person is having to learn the hard way that playing games with you wasn't worth it at all. The only thing they accomplished was losing you for good and learning that they took you for granted. This person is overwhelmed with the thought that they sabotage a very rare and real love connection and a once in a lifetime chance at real unconditional love. This is somebody that let their unhealed trauma cause them true love. This person is now under judgment for the things that they've done. This is somebody that Spirit is saying needs to go through an awakening, a spiritual rebirth. This is somebody that needs to heal. This is somebody that you forgave, but you certainly have not forgotten that they went out of their way to try and destroy you. This is somebody that is coming out in devil's energy. This person is very destructive in their behavior. This is somebody that is very materialistic. They are always wanting people to see them as somebody that is of high honor. They want to be looked up to. This person needs attention. This is somebody that is very toxic, very low vibrational. They've done a lot of dark things. This is also somebody that played a lot of games. Somebody that failed to see that you were a divine counterpart. Somebody that was very nurturing. Somebody that is very, very stable. Somebody that is very wise. This person failed to see just what they had as you being a part of their life. This person now is sitting in a very negative headspace. They don't understand what is going on. They're confused as to why they are going through, and that is the truth, towers after towers after tower. So somebody needs to release burdens. Somebody that needs to heal from chaos. This is somebody that is very chaotic in mind. Somebody very chaotic in the things that they do. There's no organization to anything that they do. This person is very frantic, very worried. Somebody that knows that they fumbled their abundance. Somebody that is not able to manifest. Somebody that lost their prosperity. This is somebody that has a desire to be with you, but somebody that did not take their position in your life as a divine counterpart. Spirit is saying that there are a lot of people, be this a lover, be this a family member, or a close friend that was like family. Somebody only saw you for financial security. Somebody sees you as home. They know that you had real unconditional love for them. This person may be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Take it how it resonates for you, or you could be one. This person could also be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or you could be one, or one of you could have these placements in your chart. There's a lot of passion, or there was a lot of passion in this connection. You could also be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Take it only how it resonates for you. But this person is now realizing that they made the wrong choice. This energy has been coming out for a while because these are people and energies that now are desperately trying to hold on to your energy because they now see that the Most High sent you into their lives to as an inheritance of love, an inheritance of peace, an inheritance of stability, someone to help them achieve what they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, and what they're supposed to do in life. You were their 10 of Pentacles. Somebody now knows that you're not being burdened by the things that they failed to do, burdened by the things that they tried to do, or burdened by the toxic things with the devil energy that they did do. That's why they are experiencing towers, because they are under judgment for their toxic behavior. To an empress that sits in Queen of Pentacles energy, be you male or female, take it how it resonates for you, but you were the wealth. You bring the wealth. As the empress, you're very balanced. You're very fertile. You're the one that causes and creates growth, the ability to accomplish the things that need to be done, brings about action and evolution. The empress does not chase, the empress attracts, because the empress is high vibrational and magnetic, and an empress cannot have a low vibrational, devilish, or demonic energy in their field. This is something that you have laid to rest. You're recovering from the things that you've done. You're planning for your future. You're building on your stability. You're now trying to renew your mindset. You're now trying to study, heal, recalibrate. You don't have time to worry about somebody that didn't know who they were, did not recognize who you are, and that is in disharmony with themselves, brings about disharmony wherever they go. Their relationships are toxic. They are toxic, and they don't do anything but spread toxicity. This is somebody that was supposed to bring in or come into union with you in a divine partnership. Somebody that fumbled their Two of Cups. This was a divine love connection for two divine beings, because whoever this person is, this is a divine partner that lost their way. You came in to try to help this person find their way, but this person refused to see the value in a connection. This person had low vibrational desires. They caused you delays. This is somebody that gets very, very bored because they lack motivation. Somebody that does not take anything serious, Spirit is saying. This is somebody that lacks passion for the right things. This is somebody that they lack passion, but they have a lot of desire for toxic things, for low vibrational things, for things that create delays, things that create towers, things that create dissension and division, things that create lack, things that bring on a scarcity mindset, things that cause poverty, things that causes you to lose your abundance. This person thought you were mad, but you weren't mad. You're leaning on wisdom. You let go of things that no longer serve you. This person does not know how to let go of the things that don't serve them well. This person has a lot of secrets. This person does a lot of things that are dark. This person does not lean on their intuition. This person does not trust their own voice. This is somebody that needs to be validated by others. This is somebody that needs attention, wants attention, whether it's negative or positive. This is somebody that resented you for having standards and high morals. Somebody that said you thought you were better than the rest, that you were a goody two-shoes, that you're somebody that thinks you are above people. That's not it. You're somebody that upholds honor, integrity, and respect. You are an honorable person. You respect yourself. You respect others. You maintain integrity. This is somebody that let go of their integrity. This is somebody that is coming in as a king of pentacles in the reverse, because they failed to level up. They failed to evolve. They failed to see the big picture. They failed to think outside the box. They let the box encapsulate them. They let the box them in. And now they're stuck in cycles going round and round and round and round over and over and over again. Why? Because they don't want to heal. Somebody that does not want to heal, somebody is very greedy. They want what they have, and they want everything that they see. This is somebody whose eyes are bigger than their belly. They bite off more than they can chew. They try to digest more than they're able. They try to consume more than they're able to digest. Spirit says this is somebody that is very stubborn. They're very obsessed with money, with appearances. 11:11 on the timer. This could have been a twin flame or a false flame. Take it how it resonates for you. But this is somebody that is very, very impulsive. Somebody that looks for status. Somebody that wants to be seen as the baddie, the bad girl. They want to be seen as a player. They want to be seen as somebody that has it going on. But in reality, they don't have anything going on. They fumbled the empress. They failed to see that you're sitting in your high priestess energy. While they're keeping secrets, you didn't need them to validate what happened, whether you were wrong or right in your accusations, in your observations, because the Holy Spirit validated that for you in the 5D, because you are somebody that is very intuitive. You have a very strong discernment. You're somebody that is a healer, a leader, a guide. This person saw you as competition. But baby, even though they were your divine partner, you are the value, you're the worth, you're the blueprint. You cannot compare. Well, you do not compete. And then they wanted you to compete or feel like you had to be in competition and vie for their love and for their affection and for them to be with you, because they had all of these low vibrational toxic people in their lives doing nothing but helping them fragment themselves along the way, create burdens for themselves along the way. They wanted you to feel like you had to be in competition with these people. And these people have nothing to offer them. These people don't even know who they are. They did nothing but cause confusion for them, cause rivalries for them, cause chaos for them. Something that you don't have time to be involved in, which is why you chose to walk away. Now you got people in their feelings because you don't want to deal with them, and they're thinking that you're mad, that you're holding a grudge, that you despise them, but you don't. It's just that you love yourself. They don't understand that because they weren't able to choose themselves. And this is somebody that is going through a lot of endings because of the secrets that they've kept, the harm that they've done to people behind closed doors, yet they don't take accountability for anything that they did because they had hidden agendas to start with. They were moving out of strategy to start with. Somebody that creates a lot of misunderstandings, or they pretend that they don't understand. They feign to be ignorant to the truth. They withdraw in silence as a strategy to keep you rooted, bounded, and tethered to their energy. But this is somebody that does not have the tools or the resources to deal with, to compete with, or even to come into union with a divine being such as yourself, leaving you to have no other choice but to choose yourself, choose your purpose, choose your mission, and move on. That is this person. This person missed out on opportunity. They fumbled a chance to heal, to get on their journey. This is somebody that wants something for nothing. Somebody that wants the rewards without the work. Somebody that wants the benefits without having to do anything for them. This is somebody that wants to be kept. But this is somebody that isn't honorable. This is somebody that is dishonest. This is somebody that is very deceitful. This is somebody that has a lot of secrets that they keep. Because the things that they do behind closed doors, when nobody is looking, when they're by themselves, when they're with their low vibrational, toxic friends and their secret lovers. They don't want anybody to know what they do. But this is why this person has been kicked out of your energy. Because if you know a thing is wrong, that's why you try to hide it. Because if you felt that it was right, if you felt that it was okay, if you felt that it wasn't toxic, if you felt that it wasn't frowned upon, if you felt that it wasn't disrespectful, then they would have shared it. Or they could have divulged it. Or they could have owned it. But this person is somebody that's very weak. They don't live in their truth. But they want you to live truthfully and be truthful to them. But they've never been truthful to you. This is somebody that makes bad decisions. Somebody that squandered off a new beginning. This is somebody that, like I said, they're very confused as to why you don't want to deal with them. You don't want to deal with anything that does not serve your higher self and your greatest good. You've cleared away all things that don't serve you. This is somebody that moves with clouded judgment. This is somebody that is always inebriated on some type of substance, be it alcohol, illegal substances. This person they're addicted to many different things. This is somebody that has a sexual addiction. This is somebody that has a drug addiction. This is somebody that is blinded by their low vibrational ways. This is somebody that moves with the wrong vibe. This is somebody that gives into the wrong things and the wrong people. This is somebody that is not faithful. This is somebody that is not honorable. This is somebody that is not honest. This is somebody that does not know really what they want in life. Don't know who they want in life because they don't know who they are in life. They just know that who they are and what they do is the cause of the delays, the setbacks, the changes, the negative outcomes that they keep on encountering. Yet they still try and pretend that they don't understand what's going on, that they are a victim of circumstances, that people just don't want to see them elevate, that people are trying to hold them back. But ask yourself this question, family, and if there are cross watchers here, ask yourself this question. If you're this person that people hold back, don't want to see elevate, don't want to see climb the ladder of success, don't want to see them with happy, don't want to see them be happy, what are you even doing in life? That somebody needs to even take out time to try and stop your forward movement. For a person that is a cheater, for a person that is a liar, for a person that has a mind of dark thoughts, perversion, corruption, betrayal, backstabbing. Everything this person does is dark. Everything this person does is not logical. This is somebody that thinks from a broken mindset, but yet and still they want people to believe that they're the victim. This person is the villain in their own story. This person self-sabotages their own happiness, and they feel that you're mad at them. You're holding a grudge against them because they're mad at themselves and they're mad at you because you wouldn't stay there and be in this toxic environment with them. Is that you chose yourself. This is somebody that never chose themselves. That's why they feel the way that they do. That's why they act the way that they do, because they get upset that they didn't have the strength to choose themselves. They don't have the strength to say no to things that they know that are against them. This is somebody that's very weak, I said. Somebody that's coming out as a people pleaser. Somebody that knows you were the star. Somebody that knows you have healing energy. This is somebody that don't want to do the work. This is somebody that wants to sit up under your healing energy, for you to heal them so that they can take your energy and go out and spread it amongst all of their low vibrational counterparts that they mess with. They're messing with exes. They're messing with people that they're hooking up on. They got a work wife. They got a work husband. Male, female, same sex, taking how it resonates. But some of these people, they just like being toxic. They like the pleasure. But the crazy part is, that makes no sense at all, is that after they do all of these things, after they engage in same-sex activities behind the scenes and deny it in public, after they're giving into their porn addictions, for watching things that are not only there, but younger energies that they're not even supposed to be watching. They get pleasure from that perversion. That's why somebody is sitting back thinking that you're being unfair, but they know that they were dishonest, not accountable. It's somebody that is under judgment. They're being punished because they tried to bring an injustice to you, and because you didn't fall for the okie doke, you didn't go along to get along. You weren't just saying that I'm going to be a people pleaser. You stood up for what you believe in, and you're somebody that stands up for what you believe in, and ain't nobody going to just tell you no anything, and you're not just going to do anything. That's why they call themselves calling you out, saying that, oh, you think you better than somebody. Oh, you think you're too good for somebody. Oh, I can't deal with you. Let me go here, and I'm going to be with such and such because such and such moves like me, and we get along better, and we can go. Go. That's what you told them, go. Why? Because you and such, so-and-so, both are toxic to a fault. You're going to fall on your own. I don't think I'm better. There are no big eyes, no little U's. When it comes down to karma, when it comes down to karmic debt, when it comes down to purpose, when it comes down to destiny, the Most High is going to balance the scales of justice. And you don't have to do anything but do what you're supposed to do. And when you do what you're supposed to do, then you're going to get what you deserve, because karma don't have a menu. You get served what you deserve. So if they're sitting in towels right now, if they fumble, if they didn't see who you were, if they didn't understand who they were supposed to be, the King of Pentacles in reverse, if you cannot meet the standard, you cannot stand on the podium. If you can't meet the standard, then you got to go and get in where you fit in. This is somebody that is now sitting up wanting to come back in, but they don't have the resources. Somebody that's on, they're always paranoid. They're burned out. They're not motivated to do anything. This person is lazy. They just want something for nothing. They want something that's easy. So that's why they went to all of these other low vibrational energies, because they wanted somebody that was easy. Somebody that would just put up with them. Somebody that would let them walk over them. Somebody that they could just be a tyrant to, that they could just go in and they could just do whatever they want to do. And if something was said or done, then it's going to be this tit for tat. We're both low vibrational. We're both toxic. So now we're both in conflict and competition. They couldn't do that with you because they couldn't compete with you. You were the healer. When you stood up in your power, your light irritated their demons to the fact that they had to get away, they had to push back. So don't be upset because this person left, if they ghosted you, or if you had to get rid of them. Remember, they made you do it. They did everything they could. They kept lying, no accountability. They kept cheating, straight betrayal. They kept talking about you to people, lying and saying that you did this and you did that. A true backstabber. So you don't be ashamed, or don't be sad or feeling like you lost something. You didn't lose anything. You lost a problem. You lost a burden. They lost. They lost. They lost the high priestess. They lost their 10 of Pentacles. The empress sitting in a nurturing, productive, prosperous Queen of Pentacles energy. Why? Because they failed to be standing that King of Pentacles. Take it out resonates, male or female. Take it out resonates for you. Somebody that was supposed to be a true lover. They poured your cup out. True lover poured your cup out. And they went to something that was fake. They went to something that was false. They went to something that brought them burdens. They went to something that now has them sitting under judgment by the Most High. They went to something that was very toxic, very low vibrational. Something that now they're stuck to. Something that they feel that they'll never get out of. But this is something that they did to themselves. Now they're wanting you to come back in and to save them. They want to know why you don't talk to them, because there's nothing to talk about. We're not on the same level. We're not vibrating on the same energy wave. What are we going to talk about? You want to do things that are out of order. I'm trying to do things that are suited according to my purpose and my destiny. I can only rock with you when we rock in the same way, because how can two walk together except they agree? We don't agree on anything. If you want to do the things that are against the divine, then I can't rock with you. If you want to do things that's going to leave you behind, I'm not rocking with you. If you want to do things that are going to cost you your purpose, your destiny, and you're going to come back here with a karmic debt to do it all over again, man, leave me alone. This is over with, because I'm not doing it with friends. I'm not doing it with family. I'm not doing it with lovers. I'm not doing it with truth. I'm not doing it with nobody. All bets are off. That's why they thought you were mad, family, because they mad. They mad because they can't go. Mad because you see their hand. Mad because you chose you. Mad because they're a people pleaser. Mad because they can't get you to sit down low with them. Because these people, a lot of them that were trying to sabotage your forward movement, they weren't literally trying to say, I'm going to make sure you can't do this. Not all of them. Some of them did. But what they did was they knew that at their level or lack thereof, the only way to keep you tethered to them, the only way that they could have you in their life and you not go anywhere, they had to make you miss your mark, make you fumble your destiny, make you walk away from your purpose, keep you in connection with them. So that way you gotta be low vibrational in order and toxic and do toxic things and do perverted things. All of these things, or accept this from them in order to stay with them. You couldn't do both. You had to make a choice. Something that they wouldn't do. Something that they failed to do. Something that they resisted. And until they do, they cannot have a seat at your table. They cannot walk with you. They cannot be on the same platform with you. Why? Because they're not vibrating on the same level of the same wavelength with you. You're vibing high, they're vibing low. You're in the north node, they're in the south node. They cannot go. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, children, auntie, uncle, cousins, lover, baby daddy, baby mama, husband or wife. We're all walking together, but we're all on our own journey. That's what this is. If this is your message, family, let me know. Drop yellow hearts in the chat and say, I'm vibing too high for you, because you're vibing too high for them. I love you guys. Remember, if you need to go deeper in the situation, text me or call me to book 346-593-2240. I will never reach out to you first. If you are not booking a reading either in my Leap store or with me personally, I don't care. If it feels off, pick up the phone and call me. That way you'll know it's me. You know you got me. You know you're not being tricked, duped, or scammed, because there are a lot of scammers out here. But that way, if you purchase a book, you can get the book at any ebook marketplace. But if you purchase one of my guides, one of my readings that's in the Leap store, or if you call 346-593-2240, that's the only number you're going to get me. That's the Oracle. Straight to me, the only one. If you get anything else, if somebody reaches out to you, it's not me. Don't do it. I love you guys. Keep going, keep growing. And remember, we are Divine Truth Oracle. We do not chase trends. We move timelines, baby. I love y'all. Bye.